guys, I'm Laura Vitale. Today, I want to show you a pasta dish that has been requested here at Laura in the Kitchen so many times. I finally had to break down. Now, this is not a classic Italian pasta dish, but it is delicious. It is my Cajun chicken pasta. So good. You're going to love it. The ingredients you'll need, few basic simple ones, starting off with some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that I have chopped in about bite-sized pieces. I've got some sliced bell peppers, I've got some orange, red, and I've got a sliced onion, some sliced cremini mushrooms and garlic. You need some chicken stock, some Cajun seasoning, salt and pepper, olive oil, butter, and a couple more ingredients at the end. But I'll keep you in suspense until then. My nonna used to do that to me. She always used to say that. In this pan with high sides, I've got a little bit of olive oil and some butter that I just bring into temperature. Back there, if you can hear it bubbling along, I've got a big pot filled with water, a generous sprinkling of salt. I've got that coming to, well, it's not coming to a boil, it is boiling, and that's for the pasta. I'm gonna add fettuccine, you can use linguine, you can use spaghetti, you can use any pasta your heart desires. Now, to my chicken, I am adding my Cajun spice blend. You should always buy salt-free spice mixtures because I want to be able to control the amount of salt that goes into my dishes because I like a lot of spice. So I like to add quite a bit in my spice blend, but I also don't want to fear that this is way too salty. So when I buy salt-free, then I can season it with my own salt. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt to this. And then just mix it all together. I want those spices to really coat every single piece of chicken. And now this flavor is going to go through all the sauce. And now I'm using chicken thighs because I think chicken thighs are everything chicken breast isn't. Half the price, double the flavor, and I just feel like they add the most delicious flavor to your sauce. But I have left a little bit of the fat on simply because I want the flavor. So, hey, this wasn't even on. No wonder it wasn't melting. There you go. I'm going to wait for my butter to melt completely and then I'll add my chicken. Adding my chicken to my melted butter and olive oil mixture. And I'm going to cook the chicken not super high heat. I don't want to have this on medium high. I have this on medium heat because I do want to develop some color all around the chicken. But what I also want is for that butter and that oil to sort of like soak up those spices, and I don't want it to burn. So I'm cooking it on about medium heat until it develops a good amount of color on all sides, and then we'll move on to the next step. That looks perfect. I'm just going to remove my chicken using just a slotted spoon because I want to keep all those flavorful bits and all those juices and the butter. I want to keep it in the pan because I want that to go in my sauce. And it's all going to go back into the same pan anyway, but I'm going to saute my veggies, and you know, there's a little extra goodness in there, so I might as well use it. I'm adding a couple more tablespoons of butter. Now this dish is rich, so don't be alarmed that we're using quite a bit of butter, and we're going to also use a little bit of cream at the end, but I promise you it is absolutely worth it, and it is just something that I make once in a while because I can't get enough. Adding in my peppers and onions. I should do the peppers and onions and mushrooms separately, but nobody got time for that. I'm adding my mushrooms and my garlic at the same time. I'm living on the edge. I'm going to increase my heat to about medium high simply because I want these to develop some color. I'm going to season my veggies with a touch of salt and just a little teensy bit of black pepper. And then I'm just going to give this a really good stir and cook them over about medium-high heat until they develop some color and cook down a bit. Now you could use any peppers you want. You can leave out the mushrooms, but traditionally you definitely use peppers and onions and garlic. And I would just advise you to use any peppers your heart desires except green bell peppers. They're tasteless, they're bitter. Well, whatever taste they have is bitter, and it's just not pleasant. I want the peppers in here to really shine. That's why I'm using orange and some red. And I'm just going to cook this together until they develop some color. My veggies look fantastic. I'm just going to put my chicken back in with all its gorgeous juices. I've got quite a full pan here, but I like that because I want everything to cook together. It's going to be fantastic. And now I'm going to introduce some liquid to this. I'm adding some chicken stock. You know, it's just going to be my chicken base and some water. And now I'm going to just pour this into my veggie mixture, and this will all melt together and be beautiful. And I'm gonna let this cook for about 10 minutes or until the sauce has reduced by about half. When this has about 7 or 8 minutes left, that's the time when you add your pasta to the boiling water. Mine, it's gonna be in about 5 minutes. I'll add my pasta in, and when the pasta is done, I will drain it, bring it back here, and finish this whole thing off together. My sauce is looking gorgeous, deep. It has definitely reduced by about half at least. And you can see that it's just got this gorgeous rich color. My pasta is fully cooked. I've just drained it. Now I want to finish off my sauce really quickly with some fresh parsley. I've got quite a bit because I like a lot of parsley. And then a drizzle of heavy cream. Now I'm going to turn this down because I don't want this to boil. I don't want the cream to split. I just want this to warm through. Now I know a lot of the recipes that I've come across over the years for Cajun chicken pasta call for like a cup of half and half. I think it's unnecessary. But a 1/4 cup of heavy cream is perfect because what I don't want is for you to just taste cream, cream, cream. I want you to taste the vegetables and the spices from the Cajun seasoning. And this is gorgeous and thick, and I think we are done because I want this to really coat my pasta well. I'm going to add this to my pasta. And now I'm just stirring everything together. And if you can look at the bottom of the pot, that gorgeous sauce is just perfectly thickened to coat every strand of the fettuccine. But you can, of course, use spaghetti, linguine, whichever noodle, pasta, whatever you prefer is what you should use. I'm going to serve myself a little bit. This is pre-dinner after all. I don't want to serve myself too much. I don't want to be greedy. But I definitely think that, it's like a taste test. I want to make sure it's good for everybody else. Am I right or am I right? I'm going to go for the chicken first. I'm telling you, using chicken thighs, that's where it's at. They are tender, melt in your mouth, add such gorgeous flavor. I don't know why so many people use breast because thighs are fantastic. I'm just going to have a little pasta. It's beyond delicious. It's creamy, slightly spicy from the seasoning. It is fantastic. Go to laurainthekitchen.com to get the recipe. I hope you've enjoyed spending time with me, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!